Colby killed his 26-year-old wife in their Kansas home, but made it look like a suicide, so he got away with it and then cashed in on a few recent life insurance policies he took out, totaling more than $120,000.
I thought you couldn't get a life insurance payout if someone kills himself.
You can after like 5 years of having it, I think. Or there's a time limit. I looked into it one time.
Okay, Wes.
That's
Do you want to talk offline?
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah!
Good morning! And welcome to another episode of Hard Factor. It is Wednesday, May 15th. Episode, have no idea. But
1462, I think.
1562?
1462. 1500 is coming up this summer. This summertime. Fat Boy Summer's coming back. 1500's coming. Other big news coming soon. Yeah.
Yeah, big news. So we got Mark, we got Pat. What are you guys talking about today?
I have the worsts. I have 4 stories that are all respectively the worst in their category.
Okay.
Love it. Hell yeah. Love it. I'm talking about horn dog to chars.
To chars?
To chars?
Last word?
Educators.
Oh, to chars. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Teach. Yo,
Got
teach.
it.
Suck it.
Yeah. No, not literally teach. That's great.
Mark, I think you need to get in your mic too.
Oh, well, that's fine time to tell me, Lucille. You know.
Yeah.
I thought you'd never ask.
Hey.
There we go. There he is. Cool. I got Neanderthal herpes and the war on ice cream. So
I think it's tall.
Neanderthal.
Don't
maybe
be a dick, but
maybe I say it.
But you sound like a real
correctly,
fucking
'cause
Neanderthal.
I'm 66% Neanderthal.
Yeah, Wes is almost 100% Neanderthal, but that doesn't mean that he can get it right because I think Neanderthals often make mistakes. So it could be Neanderthal.
Yeah. Yep. Who knows?
Wes doesn't.
Those disgusting. These guys.
What was it like for the guy, Caveman guy, who went on like a ride, right? Like started in a commercial, became a national treasure, probably made $10 million on just commercials, then got a sitcom off being in a commercial, and then got overexposed.
Yeah, but he came back in the Super Bowl commercial.
That's
right?
what I'm saying to you, Wes. What was that like for him?
Pretty magical. It's like when a band has another awesome hit after they've disappeared for a long time.
Right. It's like the guys from Backstreet Boys or NSYNC that aren't the famous ones getting to come back.
Yeah.
That's always good for them. Destiny's Child. Mm-hmm. Beyonce tosses them one. Yeah.
Yeah, you can have one.
Yeah.
I love the Neanderthal commercials.
You would.
Yeah. But they're great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, you want to get going?
Yeah, we got a lot.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna bring back.
Sitting in the corner of the Macho Man Randy Savage is quite an honor.
Man, we still have not denoised that clip 4 years in.
Nope, it's pretty terrible. Bring back the soft.
It's always on the list.
If you're new to the show, hello. That's the best part. If you're new to the show, the soft corner highlights a person, company, state, country that is doing something very soft. Okay. Speaking of soft serve ice cream, right? Had to say soft serve because normal ice cream can be a bit hard. So just go with it, right?
Yeah,
guys, I have a code. I have a code that I live by every day. And the code says, if you don't like ice cream, I don't like you. I say it when I wake up and look in the mirror. If you don't like ice cream, I don't like you. And it helps me get
You must
prepped
love yourself, Wes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, prep for the day, who I might come in contact with. There's lots of ice cream haters out there. I think they're all insane. I get it if you can't tolerate it in your system. If it doesn't process, I understand. There's pills for that, okay? I'll tell you who doesn't like ice cream, though, is the people in charge over in Milan, Italy, home of one of the best versions of ice cream in the world, gelato. Ever heard of it?
Yeah. I sure have.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's delicious.
You guys like gelato, don't you?
If you want to take a date from regular to turbo, gelato is a good way to do it.
I get hotto for gelato.
So classy.
Yeah.
Ice cream's like, I want to fuck in the back of my car. Gelato is like, I'm going to make love to you when we go home.
Big time. No condom. Gelato, no condom.
Right. And for those of you uncultured who listen to the show, I know there might be a few of you that don't know the difference between gelato and ice cream. Here's a little chart for you. Gelato is 20% slow churning gives gelato a denser texture, and 60% ice cream whipping process gives the ice cream a light and fluffy texture. There's also more cream and egg in ice cream and more milk and less cream in gelato, and the temperature that they're served at is different. So ice cream is served at 5 degrees Fahrenheit above freezing, and gelato is served at 15 degrees Fahrenheit above freezing, which gives it your taste buds a better experience, more intense flavor, because it just softens. It just softens around the tongue, you know.
I mean, they're both good, but when she asks you if you have a condom, you say no gato when you take her for gelato.
That's right. Yeah.
And you can throw an Italian accent on there too. No gato.
No condom. And gelato is the ice cream of Italy. It is a tradition to go out for a night on the town, end the night with a nice stroll, scoop of gelato. It's part of their culture, just like pizza or groping, you know. But something terrible is happening in Milan, a war against gelato and ice cream by its city's leaders in an attempt to curb the raucous nightlife that occurs after 12 a.m. So a lot of times, like we do here in America, after we're done with the bars, we want a late night snack, late night pizza, late night gelato, late night ice cream, and we stay out a little bit longer to enjoy those snacks, maybe while we're waiting for a cab or whatever. So according to this douchebag, the Marco Granelli, who has blue glasses on, just straight blue glasses. He's the deputy mayor for public security, and he announced another proposal, I'll get to that later, banning the sale of takeaway food after midnight in the city's popular nightlife districts.
I fucking hate this guy.
Yeah, I hate him too, Mark. I don't
fucking
like
hate this dude.
Yeah. So bars and restaurants would be required to close outdoor areas from 12:30 a.m. on weekends and 1:30 a.m. or weekdays and 1:30 a.m. on weekends. And that the hope there is that it would clear people. So they're like, oh, I can't have a gelato. I might as well go home. You know, I can't have a pizza. I might as well go home. That's what they're thinking is, but that's not going to work, right? Marco Barberi, Secretary for General or the Milan unit of Retailers Association, isn't taking this shit sitting down. He told The Guardian, what does the average Italian family do in the summer? They go for a stroll after dinner and get an ice cream. It's a classic tradition, so it's clear that you interfere with this type of cultural habit. People want to be happy. I'm going to beat my wife if this happens. No, he didn't say the last part, but
why do they want to clear people exactly though? What's the problem?
Because the complaints are
out past midnight.
Because people who live in the nightlife districts are bitching.
Italy's kind of like a pussy party country. Like they're weirdos. They're not like the fun Eastern European countries that start partying at midnight and do like all night raves. They're like the opposite. Italy's like they shut everything down by like 9-10 p.m. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, so people are complaining that the after midnight people eating gelato are just like, oh, this gelato so good. You know, they're just so happy and raucous because they're drunk and eating gelato, which is a great time, I imagine, that they're keeping these people up and they're sick of it. So they're now asking the mayor, this guy, Mayor Giuseppe Sala.
Of course, his name is Giuseppe.
Yeah, Giuseppe Sala. And
Giuseppe Gelato.
He's with it. He's like, I cannot avoid addressing the issue. These people about they come to me and they say, I cannot sleep. So what am I supposed to do? So he's he's trying to figure out a way that can make everyone happy. Everyone can have their gelato, everyone can have their sleep. And they tried this same bullshit back in 2013. Milan officials tried to ban ice cream after midnight then too, but according to Italy Magazine, a flash mob assembled in front of a famous ice cream parlor in Teasers, and like hundreds of people took part in this movement that was called Occupy Gelato. It was a protest.
Hell yeah.
And they did a sit-in at this ice cream parlor, and they won after a week of protest. You don't
want a bunch of ice cream guys doing a sit-in. That is a gross sit-in.
Yeah. Cream heads? No, thank you.
That's a smelly bunch of fat guys. Yeah, it's no good.
So back then, the current mayor, Giuliano Pisapia, seen here, he backed down. He was forced to issue a statement being like, and what he said was, people can eat ice cream a day and night anywhere they like. I love ice cream like crazy, both a day and night. That's literally what he said. And he's like,
I scream, you scream.
Yeah. So,
She scream, no condom.
Yeah, she screamed as soon as you get home and you put it in her no condom.
Yeah. So,
It's a population decline.
yeah, probably population will boom. So anyway, expect some hilarious gelato protests out of Milan soon if this actually does happen. Eat shit, Marco Granelli.
That dude with his stupid blue rimmed glasses and his fucking piece of shit.
Absolutely ridiculous. So there's that.
Italy's nerd party country. They drink a lot of wine early. Not a lot going on at night there.
Yeah, they don't have the culture right. We got the culture right over here.
Vegas, baby, come on.
They don't got it right. All work, all trans fats, no walking. Come on, all condoms. You know what I'm talking about, guys.
Oh, we're up late, baby.
What I'm talking about. Hey, you ever get that craving and you want to take care of it, but maybe you're in the house or you're in the car, you're in the school. I don't know. Maybe someplace else you just don't want tobacco because tobacco is gross. You want 100% tobacco free, but you want that nick. Well, Lucy's going to give it to you. Yeah, I'm talking about Lucy, made for you, nicotine routine delivered straight to your door. You guys get down on the loose?
Have one in right now.
Do it right.
Do it at my weddings. Do it in movie theaters. Do it on planes.
About 5 times a day, Pat.
Yep.
Yeah, twice last year. Yeah. Well, do you know about the product Breakers? The product that sets Lucy apart.
Yeah, that's my jam.
Well, I'm not a huge Breakers guy. I'm getting into it. Tell me why you love the Breakers. Tell me what's different.
They're a little bit juicier. I mean, it's to each their own. Now the Breakers only go to 8 milligrams, where the non-breakers can go all the way to 12, which is nice. But I'm settled in at the 8 breakers, and it's just for me. I like the length I can keep it in for, and kind of the juiciness, basically.
And an extra flavor when you crack that. When you crack that flavor pod.
Right.
Got a little capsule inside the nicotine pouch with the flavor pod. What flavors you guys love?
Mango, spearmint.
Yeah.
Man, things have really changed in nicotine delivery systems, and Lucy is a great way to do it. And maybe you should save your trip to the gas station and sign up for a monthly subscription. Save 15%, no commitment, cancel any time. If you're trying to quit, it's a great way to do it because then the Lucy's will start stacking. You'll say, I got to get through these, and then this is better. So that's what I'm going to do. Better. Sometimes alive is better.
Yeah.
So let's level up your nicotine routine with Lucy. Go to lucy.co/HARDFACTOR and use promo code HARDFACTOR to get 20% off your first order. They offer free shipping and a 30-day refund policy if you change your mind, but you won't, but you can, but you won't. That's lucy.co. Use code HARDFACTOR. Get that 20 off and that free shippy. Here comes a fine print. Lucy products are only for adults of legal age, and every other age. Every order is age verified. Excuse me, warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemi.
Thank you, Pat. I got a new segment for you guys today called The Worsts. Each story is a worst of its category. So I'll start with the worst idea. This is a callback story, Pat. We've talked about this recently, but there's a new update. Okay? The worst idea is the New York City to Dublin Portal, which has now been shut down, at least temporarily, which we kind of called, thanks to big titty OnlyFans model Ava Louise and her big old titties that she flashed the shit out of everyone in Dublin.
Sorry to interrupt. Can you spell that for me just real quick?
Yeah, Ava, A-V-A, Louise, like Thelma's partner. Louise, big titties.
Oh my God!
Ava Louise, triple D's.
Make you want to drive off a cliff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Thelma and Louise would have driven right into those bad boys.
Just go, Thelma.
So she flashed him. And I'm surprised it took this long, but she basically flashed like 50 people in Dublin from New York City for like 20 seconds, and then the portal just shut down. Someone tattled on her. Someone that has control of the portal was like, enough.
This is what we should be doing with the portal, though. We should have a contest of best tits. If you think you got the best tits, come and show them. Dublin over there, if you think you got better tits, show them. I want to see the best tits I want to see the best.
It's really the only reason they should ever make portals.
Yeah,
That's what Wes wants.
tit competition.
Yeah.
Tit off. Why?
Yeah, tit off.
Why are they calling this chick a toilet licking influencer? Why? Is
Careful,
that?
Eric. She shows some side boobs here. We might get kicked off YouTube. Gotta be real careful. You gotta fast forward quick. Get a look. Yeah, there you go.
Look at that.
She's got some cans on her.
Why does it say if you Google her that she's a toilet licker?
Look at the old ladies there. They love it. Old man.
Hey. I don't know, but Ava doesn't see the big deal with this. She's like, "Why did they shut it off?" I don't see the big deal. I just wanted to show the people of Dublin my big homegrown potatoes, which is not a sexy way of describing boobs, Ava. One of the only non-sexy ways to describe them, in fact, because the potatoes are lumpy, odd-shapen, have a little bit of hair on them, oftentimes moles or freckles, dimples, different colored spots. What the fuck is she talking about?
Yeah, but I do like to mash titties from time to time, you know?
Yeah, and like tits, they're best when peeled.
Yeah, I like a twice stuffed potato.
We mash those titties, baby.
Got a couple eyes on them.
What the fuck is she talking about? Her breasts did get the portal shut down. So
Great.
I don't know. I don't know if they're going to bring it up. But this is the first time, maybe it was the first time it was a daytime flash. They probably haven't caught all the flashes at night that was caught on camera. But here's some things that happened before that didn't get the portal shut down. Like some pranksters in Dublin who did this to New Yorkers. Put up the RIP thing. And then they show their phone to the New Yorkers and it's the Twin Towers getting hit by a plane.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
What dicks?
Thanks, Dublin.
Jeez.
Right.
I mean, we're doing a little better with the tits, you know?
Yeah.
It's the equivalent of like the New Yorkers holding up a 1,500-year time lapse of being owned by the English.
Yeah, it's like prima nocte, or just like a potato field with dead crops.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know you're hungry because you got to ship all your food to the king.
Yeah, I get it now. Potatoes, Ireland. That's what she's saying. I get it now. Okay, Ava, it was over my head. I was just worried about your big titties for a while. I get it now. Potatoes.
Ava Louise, real quick. Here's a little backsies. I don't remember this, but do you remember when Antonio Brown made a sex tape?
I heard something about it.
Okay, so it was with Ava Louise.
No way.
Yeah, big time. She claimed that Antonio Brown only lasted 30 seconds.
Those potatoes.
He's fast.
She said she showed up at his hotel room at 11:15 p.m., snuck up past security because of NFL rules. This was maybe during COVID. They were in a bubble. And they had sex. He wanted to film it, make a porn. She was like, sure, what up? And they did 30. It was 30 seconds. And then,
did you come? Did you come?
Then,
yeah, you didn't come? Okay.
And then she said, like I said, my head game's really good. So it was like 30 seconds. And she's most famous. She got famous for licking a toilet seat at a hotel. Where did she lick a toilet seat? She licked a toilet seat and filmed herself doing it somewhere. That's why she's well known. And then she parlayed that into showing her tits to the Irish.
She's got some cans on her. All right, let's move on. We got some more worst. Classy move by Dublin with the Twin Tower thing. Jerks. Not enough of that. We got take a listen to this news clip. This is the worst announcer. This is the worst announcer. This is from a college graduation ceremony that the announcer went full Aaron with the names of the graduates at Thomas Jefferson.
University is apologizing for one of its graduation ceremonies. During the commencement yesterday, several names were dramatically mispronounced.
Alisuna Cole Bishop, Sair Uvun
Sair, Sarah?
That's Sarah.
Maybe Lee Zubak.
Maeve's a hard name.
Rotowski. Marlena Zuba
Smalley.
Camp. Tom Mulmay.
Why
It's Thomas. People start saying.
She sounds like she's having a stroke when she's
Yeah,
finishing each.
it's gone viral. And you see why.
How'd
As
they
you've
take
heard
her?
the name,
Tamume. It's Thomas. Again, they were graduating from Thomas Jefferson University. Fucking unbelievably bad, Thomas Jefferson U. Who's going to want to go there now? They can't even pronounce their school's name. I guess what happened was they phonetically spelled out the names, which is good to do. if you have them not phonetically spelled out before. So then you can be like, oh, this is Thomas. This is how I pronounce Thomas. Thomas, you know. But they didn't do that. They just had the phonetically spelled out, and the lady was lost and just a fucking idiot.
Do you? Because I've never heard of Thomas Jefferson University, but I just Googled it, and I gotta say, boys, this has to take the cake for the saddest looking college in terms of the Google image results when you Google it. Take a look and let me know what you think. Thomas Jefferson University in Philadelphia.
Oh,
78% acceptance rate.
Poor middle school.
If you have a 3.0
like,
or higher, you're getting in.
Looks like a like that special school that they send fuck ups to graduate high school at.
That can't be the whole. That can't be the whole.
Google it, dog. That's the photo they're leading with.
That's the front image, though.
Oh.
That's the photo they're leading with.
Well, you heard the graduation. I mean, she just made their resumes worthless. Like you walk in, and you slap your resume down, and he's like, "You graduated from where? No fucking way. You're gonna accidentally kill every patient. Get the fuck out of my office and don't apply here again." Those were the nurses at Thomas Jefferson University in Philadelphia. By the way, come on, Philly, get your shit together. Go Birds.
So why did that happen? She was like they were just phonetically doing it, but I still don't get it.
Yeah, well, so some names are hard to pronounce, so like you have it phonetically spelled out, but again, you have like the name not phonetically spelled out next to it. She didn't have that at all, so it was just a run-on. Everything was like a run-on thing. Like the middle name bled into the first name, bled into the last name with dashes. So she didn't, and then she was also stupid, so she wasn't like, oh, this is probably Thomas.
She was also a Thomas Jefferson University graduate.
Yeah, exactly. So
You got set up.
Yeah. She anyways, all right, that's the worst announcer. Two more worst, and then these ones are pretty dark. Gonna end this segment real sad. Worst ending. But first worst is worst husband. Meet Colby and Kristen Trickle. The Trickles. And Colby, the disgusting schlub, looks like a trickle.
Yeah, he's got Rittenhouse face.
Yeah.
His nose is like putty.
I have Rittenhouse body, but he's got Rittenhouse face.
He looks like real piece of shit. He's also a murderer and a doll fucker, which you'll hear about soon. Colby killed his 26-year-old wife on Halloween morning back in 2019 in their Kansas home, but made it look like a suicide, so he got away with it for a while. I guess he shot her, but it made it kind of maybe look like she shot herself in the head and probably left like some shitty note or something and was like, oh, she's been depressed. So they ruled it a suicide, and Colby got away with it back in 2019 and then cashed in on a few recent life insurance policies he took out in Kristen's name, totaling more than $120,000.
Wow.
I thought you couldn't get a life insurance payout if someone kills himself.
You can after like 5 years of having it, I think. Or there's a time limit.
Yeah.
I looked into it one time.
Okay, Wes.
That's
You want to talk offline?
Oh my God.
This is way back in the day.
Hey.
The height of alcoholism.
Hey, and if this show's taught me anything, is to check to see if anyone's taken out a life insurance policy in just your name without your knowledge, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh, you forgot to mention you took out some life insurance policies just for me. Is it the snoring?
What do you do that for?
Well, you didn't tell me about it. You didn't. Okay. So Colby, he gets the 100. I mean, good move, smart move, but it's usually something we talk about. So Colby gets the $120K and within 2 days makes his first big purchase, which was a $2,000 sex doll.
I mean,
It's practical.
Coming to that kind of money, why not?
He didn't even.
Wes, what'd you do with your car insurance payout when the hail effed your car up?
I bought a new car.
There you go.
He didn't even kill. Oh yeah, he didn't even kill her and leave her for another woman. He moved on with a sex doll. That's fucked up. Another human's at least understandable. Still horrible, but not as horrible as being the first person to be killed and replaced with a very expensive sex doll.
Well, look, I think he knows himself. I think he's maybe doing society a favor with that move, knowing, hey, if I date a real woman, I'm probably going to kill her again.
Right. Kill myself because, geez, do they talk a lot. And not this one. This is a much more peaceful scenario for me.
Yep, exactly. You guys nailed it with his personality because he also bought a ton of video games and blew the 120K in just 8 months. And now they figured out he's like,
This is like exactly what you did with your grandfather's inheritance.
yeah, like that was like 10K back
as a
like,
child
when I was
you,
21. Yeah,
you're a grown child. Yes.
yeah. But so he bought a ton of video games and blew the money in 8 months. They figured out he's the killer, so he's fucked. And he just ordered like a bunch of stuffed crust pizzas. Was playing PS5 all night in between sessions with his sex doll. After getting away with literal murder. Fuck you, Colby. They caught you, you piece of shit. Worst husband. All right, last one. And this one's the worst. Save the worst for last. Worst parent. If you catch my drift. Oh boy, this one's bad. This is the Anderson County Sheriff's Office in South Carolina claimed that 31-year-old Joshua Dornalis kidnapped his 3-year-old son from his mother after he beat the shit out of her and was holding the boy hostage. Starts off rough.
Yeah, that's bad.
So because he like violently, like very, very violently, like hospitalized her and then, took the kid that he wasn't supposed to have, they already didn't have to wait too long for the whole Amber Alerts. And it's a kidnapping. Everyone knows it. So the police immediately just start following him in the car with the kid, with Joshua in the car. And they didn't put the lights on. They're just kind of following him. And he got all the way to Georgia. So he crossed state lines from South Carolina to Georgia. At that point, the cops were like, we should probably pull him over. So they start, turning on the brights, and Joshua freaks out and he just sets his car on fire while driving on the highway. And as it goes up in flames, Joshua bails because he's a coward that decided he didn't want to die, I guess. And then so he rolls out of the car at 55 miles an hour, and he's okay.
His kid's in the car?
While he locked the kid in the car.
Oh no, dude.
Mm-hmm. Child locked him in, and that car then hit an embankment and went up in flames as people were like horrified and rushed to save the kid. He is alive with 90% of his body and 30.
So when you saw this story, Mark, what was it about it?
Well, I thought immediately, this guy's the worst parent.
This fits.
Goes with the theme.
Yeah, you're still trying to figure out the whole of your set. Okay, I got the segment arc now.
I think I reversed the segment. This was the start of the segment. I think this is the first story I picked. Yeah,
need one more.
I thought, wow, worst parent. What else do we have going on? So yeah, the kid's alive, but horribly, horribly burned. You wanted the worst, you got him.
Jeez.
Okay.
Yeah, that's tough.
It's terrible, man.
Let's lighten the mood and talk about delicious food, shall we? I've been craving some shrimp scampi over linguine lately, but I'll tell you what, shrimp scampi over linguine is expensive. Shrimp's expensive. Have you tried to buy shrimp lately? If you can get your hands on it, real expensive. I've got culinary taste. If you do too, you know how expensive exploring your local food scene can get, especially now, or how hard it is to find the time and energy to try something new. CookUnity is the first chef-to-you service delivering locally sourced meals from award-winning chefs right to your door every week, and is cheaper than other delivery options. So go to cookunity.com/hardfactor, enter code hardfactor before checkout, 50% off your first week. I enjoyed all the curries that I ordered. I ordered like 3 different curries, and if I close my eyes, I wouldn't be able to tell that I didn't order takeout or I wasn't at a restaurant, like a Thai restaurant. The curries in particular, I thought were absolutely
culinary taste West. Thai praise.
Absolutely. And my son, who I sent a few of them to school with, would text me and be like, these are delicious. Please buy more. So no cooking required for a chef quality dining experience right at your home. Unlike other meal services, CookUnity is a chef collective bringing exciting culinary talent straight to your table. Food arrives fresh, never frozen, and packaging that keeps your meals fresh in the fridge for up to 7 days. And the packaging is compostable, recyclable, and reusable. Pick as few as 4 or as many as 16 meals a week. They have vegan, paleo, pescatarian, all your dietary needs. They got you covered. Menus are posted 2 weeks in advance, so you have plenty of time to choose. So experience chef quality meals every week delivered right to your door. Go to cookunity.com/hardfactor and enter code hardfactor before checkout for 50% off your first week. That's 50% off your first week by using code hardfactor or going to cookunity.com/hardfactor. They are genuinely delicious.
Yes, they are.
There you go.
Yeah. All right. A couple days ago, we talked about, I think it was herpes 8 right?
Yeah.
Ape herpes.
Herpes
Don't get it.
ape.
Yeah.
Herpes ape.
Herpes
Was it-
8 from the apes.
Okay,
Yeah.
herpes. I thought you said herpes H.
It
I was
is.
like,
Did
wow.
you, did you Google it yet?
No, not yet.
Now I got to.
Toss it in there. Toss it in the
Google-
old Yandex.
Google Images.
Yeah, pull up.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
text.
Yeah, and then slide over to the images tab there
All right, hang on.
and see what herpes ate.
Just a guy with a guy with a gun to his head.
I'm nervous. Yeah. It's that worst parent. Let's see.
It's like big herpes.
Whoa. Yeah, that's bad. You don't want that.
Ooh, you gonna pull it up?
It's like chicken pox herpes.
No,
but
you
like
can't
real
pull it
bad.
up.
Okay.
The show.
All right.
Canceled.
Well,
Yeah.
you might thought that was bad. A new herpes has been found, and I'm betting it's even worse. We're talking about Neanderthal herpes.
That can't be good.
Yeah, if I get diagnosed with Neanderthal herpes, I'm the first wood chipper jumping right in, right?
Yo, I know you was dirty, but I didn't know you was dumb. You gave me Neanderthal herpes.
Yeah, you guys cutting down a tree?
You get that news in the doctor's office, and you immediately like just grab the doctor and a scalpel, and you're just like, "All right, don't move. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna do something."
You're all gonna die.
I want you to slowly reach in my pocket, get my phone, and call your loved ones.
What'd you say I have?
It's not good.
So researchers at Brazil's Federal University of Sao Paulo identified remnants of the herpes virus, which of course we all know causes cold sores, sexually transmitted papillomavirus, and adenovirus, also known as the common cold, in 2 Neanderthals' DNA found in a Russian cave. So, in previous theories suggest that Neanderthals may have gone extinct because of viruses, and the study reported that researchers believe that the herpes virus, in particular, might have been a major cause for their extinction. But need to conduct additional testing to confirm. So now, as scientists dealing with viruses often do, they have a really bad idea. According to the article, the team hopes to synthesize the viruses, these new herpes viruses from Neanderthals, and infect them into human cells in a lab to see how they compare with modern day herpes, and probably accidentally release them into the wild, so that the herpes that made Neanderthals extinct, probably, now they want to bring back and infect human cells with. And, maybe we can send a few of those Israeli bomber jets over to that lab instead of, the villages, maybe.
Right.
Yeah.
How come it's, good point. How come it's always like Neanderthal herpes or COVID, and it's not like some disease that makes you like orgasm with much more velocity and duration? Like,
MDMA air.
Yeah. Like, why isn't it like, oh, this disease makes you come buckets, Yeah.
Tall water.
Yeah. Like, what is it with these things?
I mean, imagine having to disclose to your partner you have Neanderthal herpes. You're like, I really like
That's the end of the
you.
relationship. You don't disclose it.
I really like you and respect you. I want to take our relationship to the next level. I want to be open and honest with you so we can both be safe. I have herpes. And then she's like, oh, no big deal. A lot of people do. You can take medicine for that. And you know what? I think I'm falling in love with you for being so honest with me. And then you're like, no. This is different. This is Neanderthal herpes. And quite frankly, I still don't know what's going to happen to me. Hey, wait, where are you going? I thought you said you loved me. So
then you take her hostage with the scalpel.
Yeah.
Don't move. Nobody move.
Yeah, you're mine now.
You're crazy. You're in flare-ups.
Yeah. So
You can't tell anyone that.
So they want to bring it back though. So that's another good thing scientists are doing with viruses. We'll see what happens with the new Neanderthal herpes when it makes its way to us.
Yeah, you just got to say it's just regular herpes. You just can't
It's just regular herpes. Hey, Dave, don't take this the wrong way. Are you sure it's regular herpes? Because my vagina is literally, it has a pulse right now. Look at it.
It's got three
It's
different
clapping
colored
at
rashes.
me.
Yeah.
I bit a cat's head off the other day, and
That's the Neanderthal herpes.
Guys, I'm gonna give you a couple dream job scenarios, and then I'm gonna ask you how you could blow it. Like, how could you blow this dream job? So, let's imagine, Mark, you're an egg man, right? So your dream, your whole life, was to take the eggs from the coop, the chicken coop, and bring them to either people's tables or the grocery store. That's your dream job. And Eggman, how could you absolutely destroy or ruin your dream job?
Probably lose the chickens somehow or crack a bunch of eggs. Probably the chickens.
Absolutely. Either or, you're going to ruin your dream job there.
Yeah.
The one thing you didn't need to do, you did, right? The one thing you couldn't do, you did. You ruined your dream job. Okay, Wes, you're a water carrier, okay? You carry the water. You love to do it. You got strong biceps. The people up the hill need the water. The well's at the bottom of the hill. And you've been thinking about it your whole life. Finally, the old water carrier retired. He gave you the bucket. How could you ruin your dream job?
I could drink all day and just not show up, not do my job.
And in turn, that would
any
lead to
job,
you
huh?
spilling the water.
Right. I was thinking more like something was spilling the water, but
I could
you're
just
right.
not
You could
show up.
ruin it by not showing up because you're drunk.
Yeah, I gotta be too hungover to do my job.
Let me think about this. You know,
I got
go to
Neanderthal
the
herpes,
store.
and I don't want to show my face at work anymore.
Yeah, get a sixer. Get a sixer and just sit down here.
Just don't show up, you know.
I'm going to drink this herpes off.
Everyone's
All right, well-
like that before.
30-year-old Rebecca Jones, okay, of Maths, England. She had her dream job, okay, and it was a math teacher,
Okay.
and she ruined
Did
it.
she forget numbers?
No. It wasn't that, but she ruined it real bad. She full on ruined her job as a teacher.
She divided
the-
her legs?
Yes, she divided her legs and she fucked 2 students, and that is how she ruined her dream job. She quote, "Can't believe she ruined her dream job. This was my dream job, and all I had to do was not bang these 2 15 and 16-year-old students, and I'd be teaching year 11 math right now." But
Be winning awards.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Because I did them, and I got pregnant with one. Uh-oh, here she is.
Oh.
Now I'm going to take you through the progression. This photo here, guys, is Rebecca when she was teaching. Okay, this is what she looked like, right?
Yeah.
And then this is Rebecca
A hot
Yeah.
math teacher.
yesterday in court.
Okay.
Okay.
She's a little stressed.
Yeah, she's a little bit stressed out, right? Yeah, she went to
changed her
court,
haircut.
guys. Well, yeah, because, everyone knows her as the lady that ruined her dream job by not being able to turn down 15-year-old boys. So what happened? Well, she, I guess, got hot with one of her students, and then she got hot with another student, and that student, let's call him Boy B, lost his virginity to her. I'm sorry, no, she took Boy A's virginity, and then Boy B came in, got sloppies, and knocked her up. And she denies banging either of these two. In court, she said she only had a relationship with Boy B, and that relationship only developed after he left school, and she'd lost her job for people thinking that she was banging Boy A and B, but really she wasn't, and she only actually started banging them after they were graduated from school. So
They weren't 15 and 16, or they still were.
they 100% were 15 and 16, and she 100% slammed them. I mean, do the math. Well, you had a baby by one of them, okay? It's literally like a time machine to see when you started banging them. Okay, we can all figure it
She
out.
says, do the math, teacher.
What state is this, or what town?
This is in England, the country of.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so she was in court this week, and she said, I guess they were reading some of the text messages, and she told Boy B at one point that she loved every inch of you. You're all I ever dream about.
You mean centimeter?
Yeah, exactly. That's the metric system. But then she clarified that text was sent a year after he left school. I was in love with him because I got pregnant after he left school, because I definitely didn't bang him while we were in school together. Yeah, she got cross-examined, I guess, and the prosecutor alleged that both boys were actually 15 when she began taking them to her flat and Snapchatting them because she thought, hey, they can't read these messages. Boy A apparently was calling her sexy, and boy B sent her a message that they read in court where he said, quote, "Get your tits out." And the prosecutor was like, "Well, what'd you reply?" And Rebecca was like, "Laughy faces." But it wasn't just laughy faces because she got her tits out big time.
Yeah.
Hang on, someone grab a protractor. I want to measure it again.
She would be probably the hottest teacher at your high school. Let's be honest.
No, I mean for sure, but you can't fuck your students. It's not allowed.
No,
It's
I know.
bad.
I know. I'm just trying to
I can see why the kids were into her.
I can see why the guys
for sure.
were into her. Yeah,
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's grading papers. She's like, you get a B, you get an A. Oh, it looks like I get 2 Ds.
Well, it's funny you guys say that because one of the boys gave a statement and he said, quote, "I never expected to have sex with my teacher, but anyone in my position at my age, I mean, if you ever see her, she is good looking."
Yeah, he's never expected, but I am also stupid.
I am stupid, and I don't know any math.
Yeah.
Because instead of learning it, I was
Came
slamming
right
my
in her.
teacher. That's
I
right.
mean,
My teacher.
I was getting yelled at by my parents for failing math, and then all of a sudden, fucking my teacher was crazy.
So she got arrested for banging either boy A or B because they were underage,
Illegal.
and she got fired, and then she went back to them. She started banging them again, and that's when she got pregnant. Yeah,
Hot
they call-
scenario.
they
all
called her a
around.
pedo. I guess
Yeah,
that's about it. It's not
technically.
too much of a story. Just a kind of mediocre blonde lady from England who banged a couple kids and got one pregnant.
Wow.
Dime a dozen these days. These
I know.
teachers.
She could have been in the worst teachers category, Pat.
That's true. It's one long
she's
segment
worse
with
than-
Mark.
Yeah.
Or the best.
We're the best.
Oh, well, there's one other thing I wanted to say about this story. The nickname they gave her was, I've never heard of, Bunda Becky. That's what they called her. Bunda Becky, one of the boys. Because I guess she's got a huge ass.
It's like fupa, but buns.
And that's what they say in England. If you got a big one, you say, you got a little Bunda. You're a little Bunda Becky, aren't you?
Cowabunga.
Yeah, Calabunda. Yeah.
Huge ass Haley. That's what we
I
call
might
you.
go
in the
hang out in the
States.
bundalow.
You big bunded broad.
Anyway, I'm sorry for such a horribly garbage story, but that's the show. Get out there. Have a great fucking day.